Hey everyone, hope you all are doing amazing. My name is Suman and I am a Red Hat certified architect. It's my pleasure to have you here. Welcome to this EX188 exam preparation series. This course is designed to help you clear the Red Hat certified specialist in container, also known as EX188 exam with confidence. Before we get started, let's understand what the EX188 exam is all about. EX188 test your ability to work with containerized applications using Podman. It is a fully hands-on exam. There is no multiple choice questions. You will be given tasks and you must complete them in a terminal in a given time frame. By the end of this series, you will be able to build, run, troubleshoot, and deploy containers on Red Hat platforms just like you would in a real production environment. Let's look at the skill you need to master for this exam. Run and manage container using Podman. Create and manage container image using container file or Docker file. We will write a container file or Docker file from the scratch as both are same and contain instruction to build the image. And next you need how to run multi-container application with Podman. And next you need to work with persistent storage for containers, and after that how to configure networking for containers, and last you need to do troubleshooting containerized applications. Let's go ahead with first question. ABC organization is deploying new microservices and wants you to demonstrate a simple web application using containerization. You've been asked to run an Nginx web server as a container using Podman. Start a container that meet the following requirement. Use the given image. In our case, it is docker.io slash sks technologia slash ex188-nginx colon hello world. The second requirement is name the container as sks demo html. The third requirement is run the container in detached mode from the command line. The fourth requirement is map container port 80 with host port 8001. The fifth requirement is serve the content located on the host as a given directory to the container path given directory. Let's solve this question in our workstation terminal. Before we move forward, make sure you are logged in into the image repository where the container images are stored. That will be given in the exam. If you are not logged in, the image pool will fail. In my case, I am using Docker Hub, so I will log in into docker.io from my terminal. I have opened my terminal on my workstation and check the Podman version. I'll check the present working directory. Now I'll log into Docker Hub using Podman command, Podman login. On the right hand side, you can see all the information required to run the container: image name, port mapping, volume mount, container name. So here you can see we logged into Docker Hub. Now we'll start the container using podman run command. We'll pass -d flag to run in the detached mode. We'll pass the name as a demo html. We'll pass the port mapping from 8001 to 80. Here our 8001 is our host port and 80 is our container port. We'll pass -v for like volume mount from our host directory to container directory. The first one we can see, right? It's a host directory, and the second one is after colon, it's a container directory. And at the end, we pass z suffix with the colon that will allow our container to read the directory from host directory, and we'll pull the image with a tag. On the right hand side, you can see the same image was given in the question. Hello world is our tag. Here you can see we are pulling the image. We'll check the image using podman images command. So here you can see like we pull these images and we'll check the status of the container. Here you can see our container ID and our image, the same image we have pulled. You can see the container name. Now you can see like port mapping, it is coming from 8001 to 80. Now we'll check the status in our browser. We'll open localhost on port 8001. Here you can see like our page is coming. Now check like same page like whether it is coming on another port like 8001, 8000. It's not coming. So we have opened port 8001. So it's supposed to serve the page on 8001, not 8000. Yeah, here you can see right 8001. Let's move to question number 2. Start a container that meet the following requirements. The first requirement is use the image. The image name is docker.io slash sks technologia slash ex188 hyphen nginx, but this time with nginx hyphen conf tag. Second requirement is name the container as sks demo nginx. Third requirement is run the container in detached mode from the command line. Fourth requirement is map container port 80 to host port 8002. The fifth requirement is copy the directory given directory path and its content inside the container into this given directory. The sixth requirement is copy the file from the given workstation directory to container directory, and that is nothing but an nginx configuration file. And the seventh requirement is execute this on your running container. This is nothing but you just reload your nginx configuration. Let's solve this in our workstation terminal. I have opened terminal in my workstation. We'll start the container using podman run command. We are passing -d flag for detached mode. We'll pass the name of the container as sks demo nginx. We'll pass -p flag for port mapping from our workstation port 8002 to container port 80. We'll pull this image. This time we are not mounting any volume from our workstation to container. We'll pass the tag as nginx config. Here you can see we pull the image. We'll check the images. Here you can see our image with tag nginx conf. Now we'll check the status of container. So here you can see our container is running with name sks demo nginx. It is container ID and the name with image name with the tag. And you can see right port mapping. Now this time our workstation port 8002 to 80 container port. Now we'll check the status in the browser. Localhost port 8002. So we are getting forbidden. So this time we haven't mounted that volume. We need that in the index.html file, and that is not present in our nginx container. So now we'll do right. We copy from our workstation directory to container directory. We use the podman cp command. So we are providing our workstation directory where our index.html is present. Now we provide, right, on which container we wanted to push or like copy. So this SKS demo nginx. So we give the container name colon and where we want to copy on USR share nginx HTML. Now we have copied. So now we will copy the default conf of nginx server, which is also present in our workstation directory. We provide the workstation directory path. Again, we provide the container name followed by directory on the container where we want to copy. We want to copy on etc/nginx /confd /default.conf. Oops. Typo. Now we have copied. Now we will log into our container using podman exec, and we'll use the flag called it for interactive mode and T for TTL, and we'll open the cell on this container SKS demo nginx. So here you can see we logged into our container and this is the cell of the container. Now we'll check whatever file we have copied, whether it is present here or not. First we'll check the index.html. Here we can see index.html is present. Now we'll check the default.conf. We have copied that too in containers directory on etc nginx confd. So now we'll check the browser, like we refresh the browser. So here you can see default.config is present. And before checking the browser, we'll reload that configuration of nginx using nginx -s reload, that also like given in the question. So here you can see like we reloaded the system, signal process started. Now we'll check in the browser, we'll refresh the page where like earlier it was forbidden. So you see right now page is coming. Now we have copied this time and we exit from the container.